What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys are having a great weekends, and thank you again for coming back to this weekly video where I try to combine the news, the economic data, and the technical to predict the market movement for the week ahead. And hopefully you guys are ready for this week because we had a lot of data and the main event, the CPI, which we've been waiting for the past couple weeks now. And as you could see, right, we've been on the chart, we've been just going sideways here, and hopefully this is going to resolve to the upside or the downside. We will find that out on Wednesday. And let's take a look at those economic calendars. Okay, so basically on Monday and Tuesday we have nothing much beside the two Fed speaker, William and Barking. So at this moment I'm assuming we're going to just probably moving sideways. I'm probably not going to make, if we do make a high, we might reach the 50-day moving average or this upper downtrend line for the channel. So if the momentum continue and if we don't have any other problem from Europe or China, international market, or any news that coming out, so basically I think the momentum might continue or they might just move back down to this level. So basically just gonna be contained in this area here for Monday and Tuesday, because we gonna be ready. We're gonna set it up for the CPI on Wednesday, okay, which going to be the main event, and that we will see whether or not it's going to be hot or not. I personally think it's going to be hot because right now the consensus is 8.8%. Last CPI reading was 8.6. So we will see what happens, and if it is going to be hot, we're going to have a big problem for the market. We might make a new low here, possible. All right, so beside that, on Wednesday, on Thursday we have the PPI, but at this moment usually we have a week in between the two number, but because I guess due to the holiday and stuff, so we have it right next to each other. But at this point, if the CPI come out on Wednesday, I don't think the PPI gonna have that much significant. All right, and then we do have the Fed Waller speaking on Thursday also. I'm not sure why Powell is not speaking this week, which is kind of weird. Okay, so basically Thursday, I guess it's gonna be the momentum gonna carry over after the CPI. So once we find out what the market doing Thursday, I think that's gonna just continue unless Fed Waller gonna make some kind of different on the speech. Okay, and then Friday we're gonna have something new here. Well, retail, well, not new, but like every month retail sale, which is, I believe, it's important because that's gonna tell whether or not customer, like people, is having demand destruction or not, right? So that's gonna tell us a lot more about the economy and the consumers sentiment, which also on that day Michigan consumer sentiment come out also. So we're going to have the retail, how the consumer is spending. So basically, then we also have the New York Empire State Manufacturing Index, which I don't think is going to be that much important. And then we also have Fed Bostic speaking, all right, and then industrial production. So we have a lot of Fed speaking this whole week, all right. And then that on Friday, not, oh wow, that was okay, that was Friday, I'm sorry. So we have a jam-packed thing on Friday, and the following week I don't think there's anything on the calendar at this moment I see, but I think the earning gonna come in. So even those who don't have anything on the economic calendar, the earning gonna be, and then we will see the internationally if Europe or China have any other news coming up, because right now Europe kind of unstable at this moment. So basically that is all about the economic data. So Wednesday is going to be the main thing, and then everything going to be followed by, and then Friday, I guess that going to give us more of a customer sentiment. Okay, and then next is the earning calendar, where I believe the banks are going to make some kind of different. At this moment, I don't think it's going to be a big deal at this moment. On Monday we have nothing really important, and then we have Tuesday here, Pepsi. I don't think going to make a big thing here with Pepsi. It doesn't, I mean, it's consumer stable. It doesn't move the market that much. We're gonna find out whether or not they're gonna have the ability to pass on the prices or not. That's we will see. And then Wednesday We have I guess the oh my god, I forgot what this is. The airline, and this one of the fastener company, similar to Lowe or Home Depot, maybe smaller, just more specifically for fastener, I think. And then Thursday we have the First Bank earning, okay, JPM, and TSM, Morgan Stanley, Conagra Food, and then on Friday we have Wells Fargo, Citibank, and United Health. We're gonna discuss that in the chart section. Okay, we're gonna go over all those. And then next but not least, the uncertainty. This is more like a long-term thing. Anything in the blue is something that up to date. I don't have any update at this moment. Last week was kind of boring, so everything is the same. If you want to read that, you can. The only thing right now I'm questioning on for the Fed is that what will the Fed do when the CPI come out? If it's going to come out hot, right, above 8.8, matching 8.8 or 9, whatever, are they going to be, whether or not the market going to price in the Fed fund rate, right, going to be 1%, and then will the Fed going to follow through with the 1%, because they kind of like capitulate last time, right? They kind of like, I'm not gonna be proactive. I'm going to be just reactive. I'm gonna do what the market price in, right? And we did have a pretty good job report too. So this, is the recession right now is kind of not in the in the headwind right now. So it's a backwind for now. And plus, if we have the CPI, so at this moment, that's going to be the question. All right, so basically that's all for the news and the fundamental for this week. So nothing much. Okay, so basically let's get to the chart. Okay, so basically we did talk about the SPY here. Like I say, the first couple of days we're going to move up in this. We probably stay in this range. Okay, and then CPI, if depend what the CPI going to be doing. And then like I say, if the CPI come out hot, most likely I think we're going to make a new low. And where would be the target be, right? I am assuming right now the target, I think the new low would be around the 200-day moving average, which is around like 350. All right, and then also that the 50% retracement, Fibonacci retracement from the COVID low too. Okay, so that in some way, if that we're gonna hit that. Next thing, if the CPI come in mild, like maybe around 7, I think we might have a rally here. But the only thing is, right, I don't believe we're gonna make a if we're gonna have a mild CPI around a 7, we might fill this gap here and then hit up to this point. But I don't think we're gonna make a high because right now we are data dependent, right? And then even though the CPI is low, that means the Fed is whatever the Fed doing is working. But the thing is, will that interfere with the earning? So right now, company might have to revise. So the earning coming next week, we're gonna start have earning. Well, this week we're gonna have earning, but as coming in. So right now, I think we won't make a high here until we have the earning. And if earning is good, then we're gonna make a high, which gonna put this into maybe the bottom for now. Okay, but I think the CPI won't gonna determine that if we have a low CPI. Okay, but if we have a hot CPI, we'll make a new low. Okay, just basically that's what I'm assuming. All right, and that's the target. And then if we do have a low CPI, it's gonna come in around here, and then if we have a good earning season, we're gonna make a high, and then this will be the bottom in retrospect afterward. Okay, so that's what I'm assuming. This is not a financial advice. Please check someone else with that. All right, so that's the SPY, and then the QQQ here is actually kind of strong. It's already come up to here. I believe this is a high, and then it's also hit the 50-day moving average here. So it's much stronger than the SPY. Okay, so SPY just come out of the 20-day moving average and bottom up, still within the range. All right, and then the Dow Jones here, Dow Jones, I mean, they all move nearly the same. Dow Jones is not as strong as the QQQ, but you know, it's right here waiting to pop out. You're waiting for the CPI, all set but the same. Okay. And then we have the IWM. This is kind of strong too. It moved up nearly up to the 50-day moving average already. The only thing about this is that it's already hit the COVID high here, and it went through, filled the gap also too, right? And then went below the 200-day moving average. So right now, I mean, I'm not sure if this indicating anything. I mean, it's strong, just so you know, right? But it's very similar setup, all right? And then the Dow Jones Transportation here, it moving up also, very similar setup, and actually it actually went out already in some way, trying to like went out up this downtrend line, which is kind of bullish. But the problem is this part right here is a strong resistance, so I'm not sure. It's sideways for more than a year, right? And then it broke under, I guess due to the oil price. And right now oil price just come back, come down a bit now. So I mean, that might help with the sector, the Trump section, right? So at this moment, I mean, it's possible we will see what happened here, but right now the setup is still bearish at this moment. The downtrend is still intact. Okay. All right, TOT here. TOT at this moment, because the recession scare is not in the picture right now. It moved back down. At this point, I do have a position on this. I just want to let you know. I'm thinking of adding in. I actually have TBT too, which is the opposite of this. So I have both. Weird, but you know, that one is, I already have big gain on it, and whatever. So right now I'm playing in between. So at this moment right now is, I believe, it's depend on the CPI and what the fund rate gonna price in. If the Fed gonna do a big rate, maybe 1%, I think the TOT might move up, because that might cause a recession. So right now TOT move up is the recession, TOT move down is the inflation, right? So it depends what the Fed gonna be doing, and that's gonna be dictate. But that's 2 weeks from now. So, but the CPI would kind of like price the rate in, right? So we will see after the CPI where this gonna be moving. Right now, it's undetermined. I want to add actually the pullback right here. It's 50% pullback. It still have a high. I'll see on Monday or Tuesday what is the movement will be, and then I might potentially add this. The way I set it up is a little bit different, so I'm not losing money big at all the way I'm doing it. So just so you know. All right, so I'm not, you know, I'm kind of biased because I do have position on it. So that wasn't a financial advice, okay? And then the junk bond right here. Junk bond doesn't look good, right? The way it's set up right now, compared to everything else, it's kind of messy. This look like a diversion. It look like it's going to move down much more here. As if we do have a hot CPI, this is definitely going to move down. It doesn't look good right now, because the trend right now for that is continue to go lower, the way that look right now for me, and that doesn't look good, especially if we right now temporarily we are pricing out a recession, but we will not, it might just come back in the picture if the earning looks bad. So we will see what happens. All right, and then the US dollar UUP right here, I think this trend gonna continue. The only problem is the volume are gone here. So you know, this whole week right now, the SPY, the QQQ, the DIA, just so you know, the volume is very low. Okay, just to quickly go over with you here, I forgot about that part. Very low in volume. If I go to the weekly chart, you could actually see it, because it's a short trading week also. But look at these volume, right? So it doesn't really support, like only a small amount of people want to jump in and support these things right now. Right? I don't see a point of run these things, because we don't know what the CPI will be. But look at the volume, very low. Okay, just so you know. All right, and back to the UUP here. This probably gonna continue to move up, but like I say, it's getting weaker and weaker. But at this moment, I'm just waiting for it to hit $29, because that where it hit. And just so you know, I started a small position already shorting this, but I want to add more in as it's come up higher. The way I set it up is a little bit different too. I won't lose that much money either, but you know, we will see how that work out. But so far it's been working out for me pretty decent this year so far. But right now the trend is up for that, and look, as you can see here, right? So still moving up. All right, well, just the volume. So basically, I'm assuming if it hit $29, it might just pull back. I'm not sure this time. The way these move here, they move up, spike up, right? They don't move up like this. This thing move up like this, so I think it's gonna take a lot more time for it to move down. It's not gonna just spike up and spike down like this is 2008, right? Around here, and then this the 2020 COVID point. They rush to safety to the dollar, but this point right now, I already started a position on it, just so you know. Okay, so gold here, gold is done at this point unless we have to reverse in the dollar. And yeah, one more thing with the dollar, right? The dollar been moving up this whole week, right? But yet the stock market is also moving up, which is kind of weird. It doesn't look good, but usually the dollar is up, the stock market go down. But right now they move in the same way. Somebody gonna be wrong. Okay, so that's the thing, just so you know. All right, and then oil. Oil right now doesn't look good either. It's kind of the uptrend is not totally gone yet until maybe it make a low below this. Then I think is the uptrend is over right now. Is in a tougher position because it did not make a high here, and then it started to breaking down and broke below this uptrend line here. Okay, right now I think it need a catalyst for it to move up, or else it will not just move up by itself like that, especially make a newer high. Okay, so basically right now if you take a look at the weekly chart, it's still in uptrend right now, but like I said, it's moved below this level. That means it's going to break this uptrend line. That's what will be done, but for now it's still up at this moment. Okay, so right, look at that. All right, that's the oil. The VIX is stay steady at this moment. Is reflect the same thing as the market right now. And then the Zoros, the European Euro stock right now, this setup doesn't look good, right? It broke under, and then you know, it created a new low here, and it didn't bounce back really well at all, right? So it stayed in this range. So most likely I think it's continue to go down here. We just need some kind of more catalyst for it to move. All right, but that's right now, that's a problem with Europe. All right, and let's get to the big tech stock here. Microsoft actually moved out of the downtrend, inside downtrend already, and above the 50-day moving average, so it's kind of leading right now. All right, so the big cap tech actually is doing pretty well. Actually, the small cap tech are doing even better. But right now, this kind of signal, you know, something right here is setting up. Right, and then Google, I thought last week was bad because it moved back all the way here, but it went up and make a new high, a high here. So like I said, right now the big tech are doing pretty decent. This the way it's set up right now. All right, and that's why the QQ is much stronger than the SPY. And Apple also break out of this downtrend line here too, but most likely I think it will pull back, and depend how much pullback there will be, and then, you know, it could make that lightning straight thing, you know, pull back here and then move up again. Depend how. I think this is set up for the earning too, because the earning coming up in within like 3 weeks, right? So that's another thing. So probably going to go sideways, or maybe to come out and you know, make a pre-announcement. We will find what happened. NVDA here, I mean, all these setup, just so you know, they are very bullish setup. Okay, but right now it's still under the 20-day moving average right now. Okay, so I think this earning is also coming too, so we will see. But the CPI would perhaps gonna move the stock also. Okay, because semiconductor don't do well right now. Tesla, Elon just came out and he finally pulled the offer from Twitter, so I guess this might be a strong catalyst for Tesla right now. But I still believe is right now I believe it's still in the downside. What did I do here? So right now, if you take a better look, right? What did I do? Oh, that was note. I have a note there for Tesla. See that it's already broke this short-term uptrend. I mean, it could move back, but right now, if it's moved below this level, about 600 something, it's gonna have, because this looked like a side, a bear, bear flag, right? So basically, if that move down, it's gonna go under. So basically, right now, I'm more bearish than bullish because I don't see a lot of catalysts. But since he pulled out Twitter, this might give the chance for it to move back up here. So we will see how it's gonna be doing next week. All right. Then Amazon doesn't look good here. The way this set up, it have somewhat even low, even though it's like higher low here, but it's somewhat bearish to me. It's set up like a descending triangle, and this might break, make a low here, just so you know. So I don't like this. It look like a bear flag and then make a low, because right now, if customer demand destruction is actually happen, I think Amazon would be a problem too, right? Because they're going to cut back the buying. Then Meta, I'm not going to talk too much. It's in that sideways setup right now. It's actually in the lowest of the downtrend, which is bad. All right, and then Netflix here, just sideways, just waiting for earning. All these stocks are waiting for earning right now. Okay, and then we have the financial sector. I mean, setup somewhat similar to the general market. The only thing is that it already reached the the 2020 high and also the 200-day moving average. So I'm not sure if this is the bottom for the financial or not. We will find out. We'll see what happened. But right now, I mean, loan loss and then the yield curve inversion, the 2 and the 10 year, they usually make they borrow money from the government with the short term, right, and they lend on the long term. So if that conversion take place, I'm not sure they're gonna make money, and then possible of loan loss and all that stuff too. So it depends on the bank. So at this moment, right now, it's questionable. If we do go into recession, they're not gonna do well, but we'll see. All right. Healthcare sector is somewhat strong here. It hit the 200-day moving average and then it's pulled back. So it did break out. The only problem is the volume here. There's no follow-through volume. I'm not sure how much more it could continue. I mean, right now, if we do possibly go into recession, healthcare sector would be favorable until we hit the recession, right? Because that's a safety play. All right, and then when next one we have the utility come back up and now it pull back. So right now what I'm thinking is that, I mean, it is a hedge right now, utility, for recession, right? If we do come in one, it's going to be bad, but right now, before we go into one, people will rush into this for safety. However, if right now we price out recession and then the CPI come in hot and the Fed has to increase rate, this is not good for the utility. Okay, so it might make all the way back down. We will see how it goes, but right now it's a little bit dangerous. Okay, so be careful on that. XLE here, these just basically oil company. I think oil company in some way has already peaked out. I think it's kind of hard for them to move all the way back up here, all the way to it high. I mean, oil price could move, but maybe not the company itself. Just so you know, and depend how long the oil price is going to stay up too. So that's another question. So I mean, if it's a prolonged price oil stay up for a long time, then the XLE might go back up. But for now, I don't think that's going to be a problem for now, unless some Russia thing, and then depend. But at this moment right now, it looked weak to me. And the semiconductor here, it did pull back up a little bit, but it's not that strong. Okay, it's broke this downtrend. It's like it went outside and then it's pulled back in. So at this moment right now, I mean, it is still not good. The pullback for the weekly, decent, but not volume here. I mean, I need to see some volume, and if anything, I would feel better if it hit some kind of support right here. We have a dynamic support right here, and then the 200-day moving average. If it's hit that and bounce back, I think that would be a better setup. But for now, I mean, if the interest rate continue to move up, this might be a problem. And then whether or not we have a lot of demand or not, if we go into a recession, this sector going to get hit, because they did move up very significantly from the low of 2020 COVID hit, right? So like massive hit up. Okay, and then also with Bitcoin and stuff too, they need computer to mine them stuff, and now Bitcoin is crashing. That might also have a problem with that. Okay, so those are the sector. Let's get to the stock. Okay, so Pepsi right here. Right now, Pepsi is moving sideways. I don't see a good setup to play Pepsi at all, and the Pepsi doesn't move much at all, much during earning either. So there is no point to play. Maybe trade intraday. It doesn't move much though. Just that's the thing. Right now, I think it's sideways. It's going sideways right here. Look at the way this pull back. Right, pull back nearly 95%. So if they do move up here, it probably go up only a little bit. Okay. And this is somewhat extended to the up move, and then this is going to be resistant most likely. So the risk and reward probably not going to in play for the Pepsi. Okay, just so you know. I think this is Delta DAL, right? Let me see. Oh, it is Delta Airline. Delta Airline here is moving sideways at this moment, in a downtrend sideways. This is like a megaphone pattern, right? So right now, I don't think it's gonna break, because I think the this earnings season right now, I think should be good, because people still traveling beginning of the year. So right now, I mean, it might move up. If you want to play the upside, I think that's a possibility. I mean, up to here, but I'm not sure how the earning, the guidance gonna be, right? Because right now we have a lot of problem with what is it like, the not sitting arrangement, the ticket cancellation, right? So right now, I mean, if it does move up, $35 might be the target up to here. So if you want to play upside, I mean, it's a possibility. Okay, and then if it broke down below this, might be a problem. It's $24, somewhere around there. But right now, I don't think it's gonna break under for now. All right. And then next is the Fastenal. Fastenal, to me, it looks bearish. Okay. This is a weekly chart, right? This look like for me, this look like a head and shoulder setup right now, and it's waiting to break this the neckline. They have this down neckline, or not usually. Typically, they have the up neckline, right? And then also look at this. It's kind of broke. It broke the uptrend, but right now, I mean, it's in tight consolidation right now. I do have position on this. One of them is already free, and I have another position also in decent gain also with this. So right now I'm kind of bearish. I mean, it's similar to Lowe and Home Depot. I'm not sure how well they're gonna do. I'm assuming they're gonna do bad. Okay, and look at this, right? All this down, it's still in a downtrend right now. So and then target to the downside, to be honest, is around maybe $47, if it does move down. So that's what I'm assuming. I mean, there is potential upside too. It's just that how much upside for it to move, I don't know, because this is housing related, right? So at this moment, if interest rate go up and stuff, I don't think that's going to be helping. Okay, so basically, if anything, I think I favor the downside, and like I say, I do have position on this, so I am biased. So just so you know, that's not a recommendation. Just so you know, everything I say are not a recommendation. All right, and then next one, we do have GPM. That's the first bank here. The bank doesn't set up good. This one even weaker than the XLF. XLF is actually moved outside the 20-day moving average, but this one is right at the 20-day moving average. And at this moment, I mean, there is a gap here too. So if it going to continue going downside, probably 105 is a target. Move up, I'm not sure how much it could move up, to be honest, at this moment right now with the whole thing. So right now, move up, I mean, you could target on the upper downtrend line here, 125. If they do move up, we have to go above this 50-day moving average, which is 120. So 120 first target, and then 125. I don't know how they're going to be doing. They did well on the bank test, right? So depend on the earning. I mean, it could possibly be good. So there is room to play for this. Just so you know, it's not too crazy the way it's set up. All right, and then we have the TSM. TSM right now, I mean, it's in the semiconductor. I'm not sure how well they're going to do. Samsung did well, so this is Taiwan Semiconductor. I mean, at this moment, like, as it hit this, it's 200-day moving average right here, and this, if you draw out this as a support, it's right at the support levels right now. So I mean, it looks decent technically, and then the volume come in fairly decent here on this candle, all right, on the weekly candle. So I mean, it looked a little bit bullish, but depend on how the earning play. At this moment, I still favor on the downside, because I don't think you should play this because it's right in the middle up the down channel right here. It's not setting up where is that. So I would just wait afterward. Okay. Morgan Stanley here, setup very similar to the JPM. All right above here. So I mean, same situation. All right. So I would just wait afterward. These banks don't move that much during earning anyway, so I would play afterward. And then Conagra is sideways consolidation too. Similar setup to Pepsi. This one, whether or not they could pass to the inflation to the customer, that's going to be the question. Okay, they did well last earning, and then they continue to move up. But this earning, we will see. Look at. Let me pull out here. So right now, I don't favor up to the upside. If anything, to the downside, but I don't think it's gonna be move. I don't think it's gonna move much. So right now, play after earning, because look at this setup. It's in the downtrend right now too. So just so you know, all right. Wells Fargo setup very similar to JPM and Morgan Stanley. All right. So right now, I mean, it's testing this this resistance level here. It broke under, and now it's trying to go back here. I mean, if it moved out of this, I mean, there's a potential run here. So I mean, there is a setup for play for these things, but I'm not sure you would set up before earning, unless you want to set up before earning to get the increase in volume, increase in premium for the option, and then sell out before then. That's something I would recommend if you could set it up. All right. And then we have the Citigroup here. Citigroup this look different than the other company, right? And it's set up like a descending triangle, a bear flag here, and then this might break down here. This, I think, I'm not sure what the problem with Citibank here, but it doesn't look good. Okay, the way this whole thing set up right now, it could be possibly breaking down lower. I'm not sure how well they're earning. I heard there's some problem with them, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. But the chart reflect that too. Okay, just so you know, this setup could break under. If it broke this under this, it might be a sharp move down. Just so you know. So downside play is a possibility. Okay, and then we have the United Health at this moment right now. I mean, it's right in the middle. And then the volume and everything, and look, if you look at the weekly, it's very toppy at this moment. It's right at the top, even though we have all this problem. I mean, it's very good for the company, but how much more is going to move? And then the earning, I mean, it doesn't move that much during earning either. So depend. But at this moment right now, I mean, there is a top right there, so might be a problem to pre-play this, and then the downside is kind of big too. So risk and reward, I don't see a point of playing this. I would just play it after the earning. Okay, so basically I guess that is the last stock to go over, and thank you for watching this video, and hopefully you're ready for next week's CPI, and hopefully you have a great trading weeks, and thank you for watching, guys. Bye.